Alright, so I'm going to do this question 4, this tree stump question. Now, it's two vectors pulling a tree stump out, two ropes pulling a tree stump out. Now, it says calculate the magnitude of the resultant force. So we've got a magnitude, and an angle between the two vectors. Now, there are two ways to solve this. One, you can draw it exactly like question 3. So I can say I've got one vector here of 2100. I've got another vector of 2400. Now, when I put these together, I have to shift them so that it's tip to tail. So that's 2400. Now, you've got to be careful with the angle between them. The angle between them was 33, but that was when the tails were coming from each other, like that. And that was the angle 33 there. Now, I've shifted this other rope up here, which means that the angle 33 is here. So the angle between my vectors isn't actually is 33. It's 180 minus 33, which is 147 degrees. Okay, so you can set up your vectors like that, or, you can set up your vectors like that and solve it very similarly to question 3. Or, and this is the way that probably makes a lot of sense for this particular question, you can seal this up as a triangle, because if this is vector u and this is vector v, then this is vector u plus v. And we can find the magnitude of u plus v using the cosine rule. Now, a reminder that the cosine rule is a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine capital A. So now we really just need to put in our values. So a squared is u plus v squared. B squared, it doesn't matter which one of these we use for b, 2100 plus 2400. Both of those are squared. Minus 2b 2100, c 2400, cosine A. And cosine A is our angle here, 147. Alright, type all that into your calculator in one shot and you should have u plus v squared. Alright, that gives me a very large number, which shouldn't be surprising, 18623,799.32. That's going to be u plus v squared. Now finally, if I square root that, I'll have u plus v. The square root. So u plus v here is 4315.53. So, going back to our question, removing the tree stump, two wires are attached. Calculate the magnitude of the resultant force on the tree stump. This is the magnitude. So magnitude is 4315 newtons. Let's use 2 decimal places. 4315.53 newtons. Alright, you could have solved it this other way here, but here's this cosine rule is sort of a sneaky way to get that done.